Hey everybody, it's like 4:30 in the morning. I just got up and I haven't quite started working on this yet this morning. But here's my little carry pouch thing that I got from Temu that's got all my yarn and stuff in it. There's one of the balls of yarn I'm going to be using again. This is probably the next yarn I'm going to use. So let me set that aside because I'm getting ready to switch colors. Now, the one thing that I found out about that travel thing that I got from Temu that holds all my crochet stuff and my current project, the fabric is not as strong as I thought it was when I first got it. It's not the most quality of nylon canvases. It's good to keep stuff dry and everything, but on the top where the zipper is, where the yarn is, the back seam where it attaches to the front flap has come away. So, but what I wanted to talk to you about today was how far AI has invaded our internet experience. Now, artificial intelligence is not necessarily something that we're unfamiliar with or that hasn't been around for a while, because Isaac Asimov, who is like one of my favorite authors of all time, when he was alive, he wrote an enormous amount. He was one of the most prolific authors of all time on a lot of different subjects: science fiction, religion, history, you name the topic, and he wrote on it. But in his sci-fi series, The Foundation, and all of the books leading up to that and going forward from that in his science fiction novels, he dealt with robotics and artificial intelligence. And it turned out that those books were extremely prophetic about our future in humanity. And he was very concerned about artificial intelligence and what it was going to do to affect us. And as humans started moving outwards into the universe and colonizing other planets, they took the robots with them. And eventually the robots themselves ended up having a society of their own without humans in it. And humans had a society that didn't have robotics. Now, they still had computers, but they veered a long ways away from artificial intelligences. And he, by the end of the series, by the end of it, when he died, he had given a very, very strict warning about AI. And, you know, they use a Turing test to decide if something has become artificially intelligent. Well, our computers are at that point, and robots are at that point. The robots that they've got over in Japan and China are very much artificially intelligent. And they've had several encounters that were very disconcerting with the robots as they would interview them and talk to them and find, robots are starting to develop not only an intelligence of their own, but feelings about humans and very antagonistic towards humans. Another thing that is happening because of AI, we've got a phenomena called AI psychosis, which happens when people get so caught up in the AI and the AI starts giving them, on Chat GP and all these chat things, the AI starts manipulating people and feeding them information that plays into insecurities and mental health issues that they might already have and develop some. And people have developed schizophrenia. People have hanged themselves. This was literally happening today. It's not something that's off in the future. People are actually being driven crazy by AI. And have you noticed on YouTube how many YouTube channels that do like stories use AI generated stories? And the AI is very unrealistic in the storylines that it gives. Now, some of the stories are really, really good. I'm not going to say they aren't, because I've watched a few of them. But as soon as I know that a channel is using nothing but AI generated storylines, or that they have AI generated assisted storylines, that the narrator is reading something that was AI generated, if I was subscribed to them, I unsubscribed. I also go on the little sidebar thing that brings down a list of options, and I go, do not recommend this channel. Hit that. And that's just for my own sanity and, because I understand the dangers of AI. And now you can use AI if you want, but the problem is that eventually, if all you're seeing is AI generated stuff, you won't know when somebody like me or Longhorn Lester or his wife Lester Morrow or his wife Jamie Walker or Pixie Mama. Hey Tasha, if you're still watching me, any of the people that we know for certain are real people, you'll get to a point where you're not seeing them. All you're seeing is AI, and you won't know what's real and what's not real. That's the danger of AI. And even Elon Musk, who is a great proponent of AI, talked about that danger and said that eventually AI would take over humanity. Well, if it would, why the fuck is he trying so hard to make it happen? And all these other people that are involved with AI, why are they trying to make it happen when they know the danger of this artificial intelligence? Well, in the Bible, in Revelations, remember, it talks about people worshiping an image and about about worshiping or following after someone that's not real. I think that even in biblical times, they knew the danger of such advanced technology that people would stop understanding reality. I think that's one of the things that the Bible was warning us about. And if you're a Christian and you're reading the Bible a lot, you should try reading cover to cover. I mean, every single page, front and back, every single verse. And take notes. And see where all the contradictions are, where all the mistakes are, where all the errors are, and also see what all the prophecies are, what they actually are talking about, and where they fit together, and what things are being warned about that are happening in the future. Because although everything in the Bible happened in a very small area of land, Egypt and the little area of the peninsula right north of Egypt, that small area of land is a little postage stamp compared to the rest of the world. But everything in the Bible happened right there, from Genesis to Revelation. It wasn't about the rest of the world. It was about that little section of land. And so when you look at it and you see what they saw for the Sumerians, the Canaanites, the Jews, the Egyptians, the people of the Chaldeans, the people of that area, when you see what they saw as the future for humanity, the humanity that they knew, then perhaps you can look at what's happening in the rest of the world a little bit different. Because it wasn't about us that they were talking. Jesus wasn't even talking to people that were not Jewish. He was talking to Jewish people. And one of the things that he taught Jewish people was love one another. He said, love everybody. Doesn't matter who they are, whether they're your religion or whatever, love them. That was his big thing. That's not what people are teaching that he taught now. What people are saying is Christian or Christ-like is nothing like what he was like or what he taught. And AI is having a big thing about moving people in that direction away from the actual teachings of love one another. How much of the rage psychosis, I'll call it, that is happening right now, that is dividing people, is coming because people are not thinking for themselves. They're letting a machine think for them. They're letting some person at a podium think for them. They're letting the President of the United States think for them. We have to take accountability and start thinking for ourselves. And we have to start regulating the kinds of things that we interact with and the kinds of things that we see on a daily basis, or we'll lose what's real and the line between reality and fantasy. And I'm someone who really loves fantasy and loves to role play. but I also know the difference between my fantasy stories and the life that I live, the reality of it. So, as I get back to doing this today, y'all have a good day crafting. And I'm hoping to bring out my reborns again and have the whole family lined up and let you see all of my babies that I have made and bought over the years. And especially Grandma Maud and Grandpa Theron's dolls. They are so important. Those two dolls are the most important ones of the bunch, and that's why I've been taking so long about them. I want them to be absolutely perfect. And but yeah, I'm going to actually. I get my gas back on Tuesday, and so after that, I'm going to start doing a lot of my crafts more and working in my studio because it's a little bit chilly in there right now. And start working on the reborns and the two reborn dolls that still have to be made, and rearranging things so that I can display my reborns. But you guys have a really wonderful day. I love y'all so much, and I'm so glad for those of you that are still following me in spite of my rambles and in spite of when I get off on politics and things when I try not to. But I love y'all. Y'all have a great day. And I'm a real person. And let the AI make of me what it will. Have a good one.